Good morning, parents. Let's take a few moments to center ourselves, be still, and set our intention for the day. But before we dive into the content, please do show your support by liking and subscribing to this channel. Not only does it encourage us to continue making more content, but it also helps our videos to rank higher and be made available to more parents. Let's take a deep breath, let go of any negativity, and fully connect with yourself in this present moment. So today we're continuing in Matthew chapter 4, picking up verse 12. So Matthew 4:12. Now when Jesus had heard that John was cast into prison, he departed into Galilee. And leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, which is upon the seacoast, in the borders of Zabulon and Naphtali, that it might be fulfilled which was spoke by Isaiah the prophet, saying, The land of Zabulon and the land of Naphtali, by the way of the sea, beyond Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles. The people which sat in darkness saw a great light, and to them which sat in the region and shadow of death, light is sprung up. From that time Jesus began to preach and to say, Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So when we look at verse 12, we see that it says that when Jesus heard that John was cast into prison, he departed into Galilee. And there are going to be times in your life it's going to feel as though you're sending up every prayer, every signal for help, but help is not only not coming to you, but here it seems God is out there working on everybody else's behalf. Everybody else's prayers seem as though they're being answered, and you feel as though you've been left. But you want to always remember that He loves you special. And there are times for all of us that we have to go through our tribulation period, our refining process. The devil is going to, just like he said for Peter, that devil has looked to sift you like wheat. Once that period is over, strengthen your brethren. So this is not going to kill you. This is not going to diminish you, even though it may feel like it in the moment. But whenever God's people come out of a situation, they come out stronger in character, closer in relationship, and with more things than they went in with. So you never end worse than you went in. And you want to keep that in mind. We have to go through some things because we live in a sinful world as part of the process. Christ said, those who follow me will suffer persecution. So there are some things that we will go through, but you count it all joy, even though in the moment it's not joyful. But it will be when you come out the other end and you can look back in hindsight and see the benefit, how God has been able to turn this traumatic, sometimes horrific experiences and has somehow managed to bring some kind of thing out of it in a way that only He can do. He will bring something out of it in a way that only He can do. So we want to stay submitted and under His wing. This is opportunity to get closer to Him, to draw the power from Him to make it through the situations. And we're seeing here in verses 13 through that is talking about prophecy being fulfilled, that it was written that those who were in the darkness now saw a great light. Those that sat in darkness in the region in the shadow of death, light is sprung up. And this is Christ. He brings light. This is where the gospel is light. It is a light unto the world. Said it is a lamp unto our feet, a light unto our path. People are walking in darkness. They don't know what they don't know. And a lot of times they don't want to know. The saying goes, ignorance is bliss, because with knowledge comes responsibility. And for people that are determined not to choose Christ, in the Matthew Henry commentary, it notes this: Christ will not stay long where He is not welcomed. So Christ is always pictured as knocking on the door of our hearts. He's on the outside. He owns the heart. He owns the vessel. He owns the house. But He is still so gracious and loving and kind that He will knock at the door. And He will only come in if welcomed in, if the door is open to Him. But it says He will not stay long where He is not welcomed. Those who are without, outside of Christ, are in darkness. They were sitting in this condition a contented posture. They chose it rather than light. They were willingly ignorant. When the gospel comes, light comes. When it comes to any place, when it comes to any soul, it makes day there. And this is why we still preach the gospel. Because when people really understand Christ, they really understand how they are loved, how much was given for them, how much is available to them, that the hole in their heart, the pain, the suffering, and things that they've gone through, they will see that one who has gone before them has suffered even more than they have, just so they could go through life with help. And not just this life, that they also have eternity open to them. So we speak, we encourage, we do these types of motivational devotions and meditations, and we share words of encouragement. We live a life and show the biggest preaching we could ever do is with the life that we live and how we engage the people that we come in contact with, that they will see Christ in you. So may you go forward today empowered, remembering who you are, remembering that the light of God is within you, and allow it to shine through you, that it can today light up someone else's world, that they can see Christ in you. And even as they see Christ in you, as you're lighting up their world, it actually cycles back around and amps up the light in your world so that everyone benefits. You sharing light with them doesn't deplete your light, it actually makes your light brighter. If you haven't done so already, please, 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 pretty please, do click that thumbs up button to let me know that you see value in this. Also, please remember to check out your app store for our Coaching for Parents app. It has some amazing free content that is going to be invaluable to you as you navigate raising your tweens and teens. And as you go into your day, remember that you are highly blessed, greatly favored, and deeply loved, and that you already are victorious in Him. So go forward today with the expectation of success. And keep your eye open for little treats that He may have already planted along the pathway of this day for you. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, for another moment of meditation.